You're asking if making this dream come true is hard? Of course it has its challenges. And we are working on how to beat them. In the process, sometimes we have a lot of believers and non-believers. We have people that, in neighborhoods say, this is nothing. And people say, wow!
If we can talk about dreams, then I would say 4 years going to all the islands.
Realizing the things that they really want.
Everyone has enough inner strength to change the world. That was the drive behind a group of dreamers at Curaçao who wanted to spread the community project Oasis game through the whole Caribbean.
Oasis means to me an opportunity for communities to realize the dreams that they have.
I believe this game will bring people together.
I admire the fact of it being a game session.
For me, the most important thing is just doing it. Just by doing, you will feel it, you will see it, you will experience it.
When I'm telling people I'm going to do an oasis for a neighborhood or a community, they say, oh, you're going to help people? But in my mind is I'm going to help myself.
It does not create friendships, it creates love in general.
At first, the group started with organizing Oasis games in neighborhoods at their own island, Curaçao. This is when they experienced how the Oasis game touched the people living there.
Ela do na ami seguro força. Mirando como estava persona, lo não llega. Pero com o Oasis game sub echt mirada, volto com não negativo, has não positivo, que me tá hope leu também.
Inspired by this feeling of inner power and self-esteem, the group started the Oasis Caribe movement, a movement with the goal to create the best world we all dream of now.
So I'm very, very happy that we can come to Stasia. It's a very good news.
Oasis game is a method that started in Brazil. The main goal is to empower communities working together to realize a common dream.
An Oasis game is a game that's played for 2 weeks. And you have between 20 or 30 people and they are the core group. This core group mobilizes the rest of their community to actively think about what is it that I dream of.
And when the community truly believes that they can realize something together, you can see how great the impact is of an Oasis game on the residents.
You see the whole neighborhood getting alive and becoming very active. Because at the start you come in and it's very quiet in the community. When you leave, it's noisy and music and dancing.
What I see happening is people working together that haven't been working together in a while. People communicating, people showing their love to each other.
The Oasis Caribe movement got launched with typical activities and dances from the Oasis game.
One of the games was with a parachute, and you have to throw someone in the air. And that, like people just trust each other and trust that they won't fall.
Using this trust as base, the Oasis Caribe movement grew steady in the first year, organizing games and workshops on the Dutch Caribbean islands.
The development of the Oasis Caribbean movement has been very fast. I have seen inner fire being led. Natural leaders waking up and saying, I'm going to take responsibility for my own neighborhood.
These natural leaders are not only needed in their own neighborhoods, they are also the ones who Oasis Caribe movement relies on, aiming to create sustainability for the Oasis philosophy in the Caribbean. Oasis Caribe movement has done this by organizing different workshops at Curaçao and Aruba. One of the natural leaders getting trained in Aruba was the teenager Nestor. When the Oasis Games started in his neighborhood a few years ago, he was very skeptical.
Tengo pensamento, Oasis, matenda de Oasis, dan Oasis tu lamang. Oasis tu lamang, que ko na tava pe Oasis Game.
But he saw how the Oasis game brought new life to his neighborhood. And he totally turned around. He even went to Aruba to help with another Oasis game. And once again, he saw the change that Oasis game brings.
Parte de barrio que outro parte tá com, quanto na leve outro. Não tava também discriminar outro por ser sum, não tá bem nem quase pueblo, mas quase pueblo tampouco não tá vai caminhar nanta. Agora acho que Caribe movement na llega, então ainda não tava também curioso para saber o que está passando. Então não tá bem caminho de outro não tá, para mira o que está passando.
Tem sopa de carne, duche.
E tiki não combina, mesmo um papo com o outro. Papi é de uma ideia, então me depisa, até ainda não tá um trove, pero pro mim não tá que sa de outro. Pero depois não é bonito.
It will bring the community, community sense back.
Basically, communities getting back together too, people worrying about each other, people loving each other, people living together.
People living and working together is how communities used to function in the Caribbean. Some people from the older generations call this jollification.
Jollification means that people used to come together to build together a house of the neighbor. People used to come together to do things, for someone else. That is what it will bring, to remind them of something that they already know.
One of the biggest challenges is to keep the community motivated after the Oasis game has left.
It's always one very important point. How can we maintain things we have constructed, or maintain the friendships, maintain the feeling, the fire, the inner fire lit?
That is why Oasis Caribe movement has started community coaching to teach the people how to plan and structure new ideas.
Agora nós trabalhar é plano que nós trabalhamos. Compara com nós.
Que tem website que promove restaurants.
There are certain goals that you want to reach, and so what are the obstacles? What happened that you didn't reach certain goals?
A prometer para sombra mas Kiko é atividade local. Você está democrático quando me tem permite para só estar na boca.
The goal of community coaching is to come up with a format to maintain what they have been creating, and also to have the ability and the knowledge and the tools to continue making the other dreams happening. For example, how are we going to get funds? Other example is how to create relationships. How are we going to get more people?
So this is what the Oasis Caribe movement stands for: building relationships, building togetherness in communities, and facilitating dreams. And last but not least, working on their own dream as organization, which is spreading the Oasis Caribe movement through the whole Caribbean.
If you want to achieve something, you create it. And if you want to have fun with it, you have fun with it. It's your mindset, it's the way you see at things. I don't see it as hard. I see it as a chance to create something great.
The whole idea of the Oasis Caribe movement is to create a better future for all of us and for the next generation and the generation after that. So that's basically why I'm doing this as well, and that's why I would like to encourage others to do it, and that's why I'm coaching people in the communities to get their potential out there and realizing this dream together of making a better future for all of us, because at the end we all want to have a great future, not only for us but also for the generations after us.